Hey guys, so today I am back with my new in May video. Once again, I'm actually filming on my vlog camera, which is a little bit different. I know some of you love this and some of you don't, but it's like less kind of high quality, but a little bit more on the fly, and obviously a lot less zoomed in. You can see like the room behind me and stuff. Let me know if you like this or not. It's so much easier for me to film like this, like so much easier, but it looks less professional. I don't know, kind of like in two minds. Anyway, so today I'm filming new in May. How the hell is it May? However, turns out May is very, very good for beauty launches. There are some amazing things coming out this month, and I'm here to tell you all about my favourites. I've definitely excluded a few that I'm not crazy on. I've kept a few that I'm not crazy on in, just because I kind of wanted to talk about them, if you guys have asked about them, things like that. And I'm going to start off with the Chanel stuff. Another thing that I get asked a lot actually is why do I not include more high street stuff in my new in. I tend to include the most interesting things that I get sent in my new in stuff. So most of this stuff that you see in new in beauty videos I've been sent to try to review. I do get sent high street stuff to try and review as well. The main reason why it doesn't end up in these videos a lot of the time is actually the release dates. So with high street stuff, they don't often set a specific release date. They kind of release it like throughout the month, so like over a few weeks, and that is confusing in terms of like this comes out on this date or this comes out on this month. A lot of the time they don't actually have specific release dates on the press releases, or a lot of the time with the high street brands they actually send me them after they've come out, and I film my videos the week before they go out. So for example, this I'm filming at the very beginning of May and it's going to go out, I'm actually a little bit behind schedule, so I think it's going out in like 4 days time, but normally I'm like a full week ahead of time. So if I've been sent something the day it comes out, in order to try and test it and everything, I'm gonna like way miss the launch date, whereas the high-end stuff I tend to get like a month in advance of it coming out, so I can actually test it, if that makes sense. That is why it's mainly high-end. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I try and include the lower-end stuff when I can. There's a couple of things in here that are like high street, but anyway, that is why I'm waffling. Let's get in with Chanel. Chanel are launching their new, they're launching a lot of stuff this month actually. Firstly, their new Le Beige collection, which I put on my Instagram. It's so beautiful. The compacts for their Le Beige range, which I think they're limited edition, they do them every spring, but I could be wrong with that, because I think there's some stuff that stays in the like permanent collection. I get confused with this kind of stuff because it rarely says like limited all over it. But yeah, so the new Le Beige stuff is beautiful. They've got quite a large selection actually. They've got 3 eyeshadow palettes, which are all, as the name would suggest with the beige, they're all neutral. This one is the deep one. As per usual with Chanel as well, they're not the most kind of diverse shade-wise. There's light, I think it's light, medium, and deep. This is the deep one. I could totally use the deep one. Someone with a lot darker skin could also use the deep one as well, though, so it's not like that prescriptive. It's just kind of like how dark do you like your eyeshadow kind of thing, whereas this is beautiful. It's got 2 beautiful metallics and then 3 really gorgeous, like not quite matte but they're not quite shimmers, just really lovely eyeshadow palette with 5 shades in it. And they've also got 3 shades of the powder. Again, I have the deep one, so for me this is like a good bronzer, but the paler ones are a little bit more kind of like could be used as a blush. It depends how you use them, because this has got the like slightly more like peachy tone in the middle. If you use the brush that it comes with, which is like this little circular one, you could definitely like get in there with the individual colors. I tend to use like a big brush and mix them all together and use it as a bronzer, but really nice. Again, I think they are around the £30 mark, £40 mark each. It's Chanel, obviously they're gonna be expensive. What I'm most interested, or what I was most interested to try and that I actually really love, is the new Tinted Moisturiser. As you guys will know if you watch me a lot, I'm a really big fan of Chanel base. I love their foundations. This is the Sheer Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturiser with SPF 30. It's beautiful. It really is. It's kind of like, it has more coverage than you'd want from like a standard like average tinted moisturiser, but it's not quite a foundation. Perfect for summer. It's just fresh, it's glowy, it's gorgeous. Everything about this, like, yeah, I really like it. The shade I have again is medium. I'm probably like a tiny bit too pale for this, but it adds like because it's a tinted moisturiser, it doesn't matter too much. It adds kind of like a little bronze for me. Again, the one downfall with this is it only comes in 6 shades, so yeah, it's not for everybody, but with tinted moisturiser, like I said, it's kind of a little bit, you can blur the lines with which shade you need because it doesn't have that heavy coverage, but I think they could have had more shades. They also have some really nice tinted lip balms. I have one of them here, which is in deep. So again, they have light, medium, deep. They're not the most pigmented things in the world. So again, like they say deep, it's not the most like deep shade ever, but it's nice kind of like berry color, and then it goes up to a lighter shade. Really nice collection, very fresh, very lightweight, as you would expect from Chanel. That hit counters at the end of April, and then they're also launching another 2 products that I really actually like, but they are crazy expensive for what they are the No. 5 Low hand cream and all over spray. So these like all over sprays I've noticed have become really popular over the past year or so. Tom Ford now make them. It's like when really high-end fragrances make themselves an aerosol, basically. So the aerosol is still really expensive. I think this is £49. Yeah, and I think the hand cream is £59 something, or 55, something like that. I didn't love this scent as a perfume. Like I probably wouldn't, I actually much preferred it to No. 5, but I probably wouldn't wear it myself as a perfume. However, the hand cream I really like, and the body spray I actually really like. Really lovely for summer. I'm not sure if they're like summer limited editions. You guys will have probably seen the packaging for Chanel's new hand cream. It's called the On Hand Cream, which I think is a really bizarre name. But the packaging is super beautiful. It's like a pebble. The original one I believe was like a shiny finish. This one is matte and scented. The other one has like that powdery like skincare kind of smell. And this one obviously smells like No. 5 Low. Really lovely, and like the ultimate handbag, like hand cream. Gorgeous, but crazy expensive for a hand cream, but gorgeous nonetheless. Another thing that's launching this month is the new Cover FX Power Play foundation. This is really nice. This is what I'm wearing today. I've tried it out a couple of times. I really like it. The premise behind it is that it's like a modern matte, so it's not like totally like dry matte, but it's not glowy. It's like a wearable matte, and it's long lasting. It says it gives you protection from the sun, but it doesn't actually have an SPF on it, like the press release said that. So I don't know how accurate that is. It's £38, which I thought was quite expensive, but then I guess Cover FX is a premium brand, but because it's not like that well known, I feel like I don't think of it as a brand that would have foundations that are the same price as like Chanel and Dior and things like that. But it's really nice. I do really like this. Has really good staying power. They have 40 shades, so really good shade range. The shade that I've been trying is N35, so they have the warm, neutral, cool, and then they have the shades within that. So even if you're not concerned about like the light dark shades, or the end of the spectrum of the light dark shades, and you want something tonal, they have that as well. So they've like divided them up. So the shades are really good as well. I have like a press release with the shade breakdown, and it does look like there's a very good kind of diverse range of shades in there, and I really like it when they do the neutral shades as opposed to like warm and cool, because I very much have like neutral skin. Like I don't want a really yellowy foundation, I don't want a really pinky foundation, I want one in the middle, and that's what they do. Like that a lot. Then for Hourglass, I've spoken about these products before in my full face of first impressions that went up last week, if you haven't already seen that, or this week, because I think this video is going up on Sunday. Yeah, so this week. And the first thing is the translucent setting powder. I tried this for the first time in that video and I loved it, and I still love it. I've been using it like pretty much every day. It's so good. It's like one of the best loose powders I've ever tried. It's expensive because it's Hourglass, but it's really good. Chunky packaging. Loose powders really irritate me because I much prefer loose powders to pressed powders, but the packaging is always massive, so it's not the best for travel. The one thing I think is ingenious about this is that they have this little stopper in the lid that stops the powder, like obviously a little bit comes out, but it stops it all coming out. You know, in like, say I've got a Laura Mercier one and a Kat Von D one, that if you put them the wrong way up, or if you're in your makeup bag when you're traveling or whatever, literally half the pot is going to be in the lid, and you need to like be very careful. This is a really clever way of stopping that happening, and the packaging is really beautiful, and the consistency of the powder is just lovely. It's translucent, but it just gives, it doesn't make your makeup look cakey or dry. It just is very fresh and just beautiful. Love it. That also came out with the retouching fluid, which I was going to put in this video, but I can't find it. I've left it in one of my handbags, and I have like half an hour to film this because of the baby, and I just can't find it. I said in that video that I liked the idea of it, but having used it, I find it a bit tricky to get around the fact that you're essentially paying for like a touch-up kind of foundation type product, and it's like this big and it's expensive, whereas you could just use a concealer. Also, with the retouching element, if you've powdered on top of it and then you're putting a liquid product on top of that, it can get a bit tricky. I don't know, jury's out on that one, but I love the powder. Another thing from that video that I love is the bareMinerals Bare Pro Concealer. I've been using this every day since that video, and it's just brilliant. The shade I have is Fair, Light, Neutral. I mean, it's got all the different names, Fair, Light and Neutral, 03. So this is just high coverage, creamy but lightweight, super blendable, beautiful finish concealer from bareMinerals. Love it. Talking of concealers, another thing that I'm not actually sure when these came out, but I haven't spoken about them yet, but I have raved about them to all of my friends because they are bloody amazing. These are from Trish McEvoy, a brand that does not get spoken about enough on YouTube, in my opinion. She makes brilliant products. These are the Correct and Even, I don't even know what they're called, pens, concealer slash foundation. You can use these as foundation if you want, because they are crazy coverage, but they're like the texture of a really thick foundation. And the only thing I've tried that reminds me of these is probably the they're similar in that like really heavy sticky consistency, doesn't sound good but stay with me, of the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and the Rhodial foundation that comes in the pot that is intense as anything. They're just super high coverage but give the most glowing, beautiful finish. They are amazing. If you want a really high coverage concealer, definitely recommend these. If you want something that's more than a concealer and you want to wear it like kind of as a foundation sometimes, if you want like a super intense foundation, you can use these all over your face, but you can kind of use them as concealer as well. The packaging they come in, I think, works for what they are. They come in the like click up, like the Maybelline Eraser packaging, because you can just put some on the back of your hand and then use it from there, or you can put it on your face if you want to. Again, not the most like hygienic setup, but when I've had these in a pot from Rhodial, not this specific, like this type of formula in a pot, the Rhodial one, it kind of just leaks. It's a difficult texture to get right packaging wise. These only come in 5 shades, so I have 1, 2 and 3. They have a 4 which is very dark, and then they have a orangey one which is for extreme under eye circles. They sent me all of them. I didn't keep those 2 because they weren't really appropriate for me. However, I use 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to show you the colour difference because there is actually quite a big difference in these. And let me put them in order because this is number 1. So number 1 is what I would use as like under eye concealer and on my nose. Number 2 is a darker skin tone colour, but it's too dark for my skin tone, which is kind of annoying. So I mix that with 1 to get like my actual skin tone colour. I would be like 1.5 in these, but 1 is great for like under eye, and then 3 is much darker than my skin tone, but it's amazing for contouring. So good. And then 4 is like a much deeper shade as well. So if you were darker skin, or if you were medium skin and wanted a contour shade, you could use that. So I'm getting the right lids on them. So really good. I love how you can kind of mix and match them, and the texture, the formula is great. I love those. They are, I think they're around £40. They're expensive, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not exactly sure when they came out. I think it was probably last month, but I wanted to include them in this video because I hadn't spoken about them yet. Moving on to a couple of lip products that are coming out. The Dior, what are these called? The Plump something, Laquer Plump. Jury is out again on these. I like them. I don't love a lot of the colours. This is my favourite colour. This is 456 Dior Pretty. They look so different on your lips to how they look in the packaging. They're kind of similar to the YSL Glossy Stain kind of vibe, but they're less intense than that. They're not as like thick. However, they do pack a serious punch. They stain. They have a really good gloss finish to them. In terms of the plumping, they don't like tingle like a normal plump, but I don't really know, like, they don't have that like tingly, like if you don't like that stingy sensation that you get from plumping lip glosses, then maybe these are for you. The packaging is gorgeous as per usual with Dior. So if you're after a gloss, check these out, see what you think. The reason why I don't think these are an amazing hit is that a lot of the shades are just way out there, like glittery. There's a lot of glitter in this range. There's like a blue glittery lip gloss, for example, that's like intense blue glitter. Not for me, but this one is a nice colour. And then another lip gloss that I've spoken about in my new, like my first impressions video. This is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in Fuel. Really like this. I got sent a couple of these shades of this, and this was the one that I kind of picked out and I love. But the texture's really nice. Like a cream finish, although they do have a different, like a few different finishes. Really like lovely opaque kind of vibe to them, and they're really glossy, quite sticky, but they stay on, and minty. I like those. Then Charlotte Tilbury have launched quite a lot of things this month, and the main thing that I wanted to speak about is the mascara, because they've launched the Legendary Lashes Volume 2. I've been quite vocal in the past about Charlotte's mascaras. I love most of Charlotte's products, but her mascaras do not stay on my eyelashes. Like, they go all over my face. I tried this one for the first time yesterday, and I'm pleased to report it did not budge. However, I've only worn it for one day, so I could be wrong, but I am excited now for the fact that I can actually wear Charlotte Tilbury mascaras, because I feel like they give the most amazing volume and length, both of them. There's a, is it Full Fat Lashes and then Legendary Lashes, both like such great looking mascaras when you first put them on, but neither of them, like I said, stayed on my eyelashes, and these ones I think will. Supposed to be like long lasting, it's and smudge proof it's billed as, so maybe they identified that as a problem for a lot of people and changed it. I know a lot of people liked the other formulas and didn't have that as a problem, but I really did. So I've used this I've used this once. Hopefully I'm gonna keep the same opinion of it because it's exciting. Then she's launching a load of palettes, and these are actually limited edition. So there's two face palettes and two eye palettes. The eye palettes are called Bigger Brighter Eyes Filter. So I think this is part of her like Hollywood filter. On a side note, that product, the Hollywood filter product that she brought out, I cannot get my head around. I just can't, like if I put it all over my face, it's like too much. I don't think I'm a fan of it. Anyway, and then the Pretty Youth Glow filter, Soft Focus Cream Blush and Highlighter Duo. These look really nice. I haven't tried them yet. I'll do a close-up with the shades because there's two different shades of that. And then there's two different shades of the eyeshadow palettes. I have to say one of these looks amazing. I think it's the Exaggerize looks amazing. And then there's Transformerize. The other one, Transformerize, I think is a little bit like orangey. Again, I haven't actually used these, so I can't do a full review of them. But yeah, this is Transformerize. It has like the terracotta like peachy color. Also looks nice. I think like with these, I think they look nice. I'm like not like blown away by the look of them, but I haven't tried them yet. The lashes were definitely, the mascara were definitely the most exciting thing that she's launching. And there's another mascara from Kiko. This is the Standout Volume Buildable Mascara. I was excited to try this because Kiko products are great and they're really affordable, but I've used this once and I wasn't impressed by it. Again, it probably needs further testing, but when something says Standout Volume, I'm expecting Standout Volume straight away, and it didn't give me that. So that's from Kiko. And then moving on, there's one skincare launch this month that I wanted to talk about. It's the Kiehl's Glow Formula Skin Hydrator with pomegranate extract. Instantly illuminates skin and provides antioxidant protection, 95% naturally derived, instantly illuminates and improves glow over time, skin illuminating minerals, glow elixir, blah blah blah. This is one of those kind of funny products that's like halfway in between skincare and makeup, and I can't quite get my head around it. Obviously it has that antioxidant vibe to it. It is very glowy. Like when you put it on, it's kind of like a beigey colour. When you put it on, it definitely adds like a glow, but something about it is kind of greasy. It's nice. It's £30. I probably wouldn't spend £30 on it, especially like if I'm going to spend £30 in Kiehl's. I probably wouldn't buy this because I love most other Kiehl's products. And then moving on to body stuff, this is really exciting, and I don't know if this even came out this month because again it's high street and they don't give you specific release dates, but I wanted to talk about it. This is the Nivea Caring Shower Gel in Love Sunshine. It's the Nivea sunscreen smell in a shower gel. So it basically smells like holiday for a lot of people. I have to say, I don't use Nivea sunscreen a lot anymore. I tend to use Pitt's Bowen stuff. So that's what kind of smells like sun cream to me now. But this reminds me of being a child on holiday, which is potentially even better. It literally, like, if you use Nivea sun cream when you go on holiday, you need this in your shower, like in the summer in England, to give you that like, OMG, it's summer kind of feeling. That's exciting. Moving on to slightly more expensive body products, the L'Occitane Amande range have a new addition. It's the almond oil collection. This is the delightful body balm, and let me tell you, it's delightful. I love the scent of this stuff. If you like almond, if you like marzipan, macaroon, kind of anything with almonds in it, basically. This is gorgeous, and the texture is so nice. It is like a proper body balm. It's rich, it's nourishing, it's just lovely. Yes, delightful. I think this is about £25 and comes out at the beginning of this month. Most of these things will either come out at the very end of April or they're coming out this week. So like the 4th, 5th plus of May. Where are we now? May, not March. And then Ren are launching this product, which I find very interesting. This is the AHA Smart Renewal Body Serum. AHA, something that is very common in skincare for your face. Not so common in skincare for your body, or at least they don't shout about it. It's lactic acid based, like radiant serum for your body. So it's based on lactic acid exfoliation, glowiness, like, you know, radiance, but for your bod, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Why concentrate all of that stuff on your face when you've got your whole body to make look great in summer? This is expensive, it's £35. It smells great, the texture is great. I don't know if it really works because I've only used it a couple of times, and it's one of those products that you have to kind of use a lot to see any difference, as with any proper like skincare ingredients. So it has lactic acid to gently exfoliate, probiotic extract to strengthen skin's barrier, and xylitol to help plump and smooth. A moisturising body serum with AHAs that work with the skin to naturally exfoliate, leaving skin radiant with a natural glow. Gently massage all over body into clean skin until absorbed. Really nice. Like I said, it smells good. It feels lovely. Ren I really like, especially for their Radiance collection. They've got a really good Radiance mask that I like. Very interesting, Ren. I like it. And then for hair, there's an exciting new launch. Again, I don't know the exact launch date that this came out, but I believe it was the end of April, is the Dry Texture Foam from Ouai, the much hyped up brand by Jen Atkin. I was a bit unsure about this. I actually filmed in my latest vlog, I filmed using it for the first time, and lots of you said you liked it. I do quite like this. It's very different for me. It's obviously like a dry texturizing spray, but a foam. It has more hold than I'm used to with a texture spray, but it's kind of a good thing. Like, my curls lasted for a full 3 days after I used this, and normally if you use like a wet product or too much hold in a product with waves, the next day it's gonna be a mess. This was really good. I think this is going into my like stash of hair products that I use on a regular basis, which if I'm honest is like 5 products. So that is quite saying something. I like it. And then lastly, for fragrances, I've got one that I really don't like, and I don't even really know why I'm including it because I feel like it's not, I'm just going to talk about it anyway. This is the new Tory Burch fragrance, Just Like Heaven. It doesn't smell just like heaven, like, I don't think anyway. The bottle looks somewhat heavenly. How nice is that? Lovely. I really like it. It smells just, to me, this just smells really average. Really, like, just nice, but nothing special. And it's actually really, really expensive. I think it's around the £75 to £100 mark, depending on which size you buy. If you're thinking about buying the Tory Burch fragrance, I would say smell it first, although most people would. I don't really like it. Moving on to 2 fragrances that I do like. The first one is a new one from Guerlain, and I don't normally love Guerlain fragrances, especially the more serious ones. Like, I like Le Petit Robe Noir, and I like the Mon Guerlain, like the more commercial ones I like. The Aqua Allegoria, I think is how you say it, collection is not normally up my street. This one, however, smells amazing. It's Passiflora. It smells so fruity and so summery. It smells like peach and passion fruit. I could be totally off because I totally do not have the press release to read what the notes are, but it just, I feel like this is going to become my summer fragrance. I want to eat it. I definitely wouldn't recommend eating it. Perfume tastes like terrible if you've ever sprayed perfume in your mouth, which I'm pretty sure you have, hasn't everyone? But yeah, it smells so good. So good. Another one that I really like that has come out, I think it came out in April, is the Diptyque Fleur de Peau, which I believe means flower of the skin, skin flower. This smells really good, and I didn't think I would like it because it's quite floral, but something about it is like really, really subtle, and it's definitely like a builder fragrance. Like it is builder, like, if that makes sense. Like you start off thinking, I'm not sure about this, and then you end up being like, well, I actually really like it. The one thing I would say it reminds me of slightly of Molecule 1, which I recently repurchased after a very long time without smelling it. It's like that kind of fragrance, like it's very light, kind of undetectable, but really nice. Another thing that I don't have, but I did smell in Selfridges the other day, is the Elevator Music, the new fragrance from bareMinerals. I had seen that it had come out, haven't been sent it, and so I hadn't smelt it, and I saw it in Selfridges and was like, make a beeline for it. And it smells really good. I really like it. However, if you have the unnamed fragrance from bareMinerals, I think it's a little bit similar to that for them to have both of them. Like, yeah, I feel like they just repackaged it and like relabeled it as a collaboration with Off-White, and it's all kind of new and trendy, but it kind of smells the same. If I didn't have the unnamed fragrance, I would 100% buy it because it smells great, but I have unnamed already, and I feel like I don't need it, but I still want it. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let me know if there's anything I missed, if there's anything new out this month that you think is really exciting and amazing and I need to try it. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you very soon. I'm aware this video is very, very long, and if you made it this far, you're amazing, and I'll see you next time.